Hello everyone and welcome back to Whiz. I'm Priyadarshan Babu here, your host master, and I'm here with the answers for yesterday's 5 questions and 5 more exciting new questions for today. So I hope you're ready and I hope you're raring to go. So let's start off with the answers for yesterday's 5 questions. Here comes question number 1. The style was particularly unique at the time, as it was one of the first disciplines to make use of the short sword and the long sword together. The name of this style translates to two swords as one or two heavens as one. Named this distinct sword fighting style founded by Miyamoto Musashi. So now the style that we are talking about is actually known as the Niten Ichi Ryu. So the Niten Ichi Ryu, that is the name of the sword fighting style where there's one long sword and one short sword. And that was the answer for the first question. Moving on to the second question, I had shown you a picture and the question was, only one of its kind, a specialty museum. So what is the name of this museum? So this is actually, the word that we are looking for is the Potato Museum. So this is the world's only dedicated museum for potatoes. So that was the answer for the second question. Moving on to our third question for yesterday. This is the oldest and largest occupied castle in the world. Which one? So the answer for this is the Windsor Castle. I had also shown you a picture of that, and actually if you want to know, this castle has been used in many movies as well, including Transformers, so that's why you would have seen it. So that was the answer for the third question. Moving on to our fourth question for yesterday. In 1995, the chairman of this group reportedly found himself frustrated with the quality of the products and the company's lack to change. To drive his point home, numerous phones were stacked up high, joined by televisions, fax machines, and other gear. Lee and his board of directors then proceeded to destroy each and every one of these products, even going so far as to break the cases and screens using heavy hammers. As the story goes, he made sure around 2,000 employees witnessed this. That day, more than $50 million worth of hardware was destroyed. This incident made the employees put in the best of their efforts and to help the company reach much bigger heights, and they created several firsts in the electronic industry. Which entity are we talking about? So the company that we are talking about is actually Samsung. So Samsung is the name of the company and the name of the person is Lee Kun-hee. So Lee Kun-hee is the name of the person who actually took such a drastic step, but yes, it worked in their favor. And that was the answer for the fourth question. Moving on to our fifth question for yesterday. The eruption of Mount Tambora in Indonesia had caused severe climate abnormalities and a lot of rain. A family of 4 got stuck inside a hotel in Switzerland and decided to spend the time by reading ghost stories from the book Phantasmagoria. It was then that one of them proposed that they have a competition to see who could come up with the best ghost story. In the end, of course, Mary won the contest. Which novel came out of this competition? So the novel that came out of this competition is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. So the other 3 who were present there are Byron Shelley, Percy Shelley, and the physician John Polidori. So that is how Frankenstein came into existence, and we all would have enjoyed that book as children. So those were the answers for yesterday's 5 questions. Now moving on to the 5 questions for today. So here we go. Here is question number 1. In its Nobel Prize announcement, the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences stated that his contributions have built a bridge between the economic and psychological analysis of individual decision making. His empirical findings and theoretical insights have been instrumental in creating the new and rapidly expanding field of behavioral economics. So who is this person that we are talking about? So that is our first question. Moving on to question number 2. Viperabilis is the scientific name. This is the only venomous snake in the UK. Can you identify it? And just to help you out, you should be able to see an image of the snake right about now. So that was our second question. Moving on to our third question. His pagers were first used in New York City's Jewish hospital. His pager was not a consumer device available to everyone. The Federal Communications Commission did not approve the pager for public use until 1958. Which person are we talking about? So that was our third question. Moving on to our fourth question. Only one Harry Potter character is named after a real person. She is the one whose picture you should be able to see right about now. So she's a young Canadian girl who wrote to J.K. Rowling shortly before she died of cancer. So what is the name of this girl? So that was our fourth question, and that brings us to our last question. So here it goes. As excited as we are about what's changing, we're also pleased with what we are carrying forward with us. We will be a wholly owned subsidiary of Dash and remain headquartered in Chicago's Merchandise Mart while maintaining offices around the world, including the Silicon Valley. The iconic Motorola brand will continue, as will the Moto and Droid franchises that have propelled our growth over the past year. We will continue to focus on pure Android and fast upgrades and remain committed to developing technology to solve real consumer problems. And we will continue to develop mobile devices that are bringing people unprecedented choice, value, and quality. So fill in the blanks with the name of a company. So that sums up our 5 questions for today. I hope you enjoyed the answers for yesterday's questions. I will be waiting for your answers in the comments below. So please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel as well. And I will be back tomorrow with 5 more questions and 5 more answers. So please tune in. Thank you for viewing this video, and I will see you soon. Till then, please stay safe, take care, good night, and keep quizzing.